Good morning or good afternoon. It is good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome back.
Good morning.
I said it's afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
It's good afternoon.
I like to say good morning.
Okay. So guys, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We have not cooked together for a long time, a good while now. So today, I want you guys to join me in the kitchen. Well, Alexa is here with me, so we'll all be in the kitchen cooking today. Our main dish is jollof rice. Yes, I figured out how to make this dish. I made it a couple of times. Was supposed to do a video, never got a chance to do the video. So finally, I'm gonna make it today, and I'm gonna do a video. So what else are we cooking with the jollof rice, Alexa? We're gonna do baked mac and cheese.
And this.
We're gonna do some fried plantain and some steamed cabbage. Yep. So guys, stay tuned. We'll show you everything as we go along, okay? So guys, remember I said we're making baked mac and cheese. So I'm gonna be boiling these right here, this pasta, to make the baked mac and cheese. I have my pot right here with some water, waiting for it to start boiling up. This saucepan right here, I'm gonna use this saucepan right here to get the cheese going. And I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do this cheese right here to mix up the pasta in once it's finished cooking. So let me get started on this. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for that water to start boiling. I'm gonna go ahead and do a half a teaspoon of salt in the pasta water. So wait for it to boil up. This is gonna be the cheese, the mixture for the pasta, which I'm gonna mix this up on the stove. The Velveeta cheese is gonna be mixed up with the evaporated milk. I have some paprika, and I'm just gonna use a little bit of this also in it. Okay guys, so this pot, well, it's warm right now. I didn't turn it up too high. I just need it to be warm for right this moment. And I have 1.5 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna go ahead and sit that in there. Also, my water is boiling, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the pasta in there. I don't think I'm gonna use the whole entire thing. Didn't want to use the whole thing. Okay. I'll go ahead and put the whole thing in there, and it says to cook it for 11 minutes. Oh. And I already add the half a teaspoon of salt in there, so I'm gonna just stir it around a little bit like that. So boil. Now I'm gonna go back and work and getting my cheese prepared for the pasta once it's finished. So I have my stove on low. It's on the lowest that it can go on right now. So the butter is in here, melting out. I'm gonna go ahead and put my evaporated milk in here. Oh, I done spilled some. But I'm gonna go ahead and get all this evaporated milk poured in. So I did went ahead and use the 1 can of evaporated milk, and this can is like 12 ounces. So just put it in there. So guys, as I said, I am going to use my paprika. I have paprika, and I'm going to use about a half a teaspoon paprika. I have my spoon in there. I'm going to go ahead and take it out. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. And use my whisk. I'm just going to whisk that out. And normally when I make this, I normally put bell pepper in there, but because I'm just making it for the kids, I might eat a little bit, but because I'm actually making it for the kids, I'm not gonna put any in there because I know they're gonna sit down and pick it out. So I'm not even gonna bother to put it in there. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my stove up just a little bit more. So I turned my stove from the lowest to a 3. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and, as I told you guys, this is the Velveeta cheese. And this cheese, I like using this cheese because it's pretty easy to melt once I put it in the pot. So, and I just cut them up in like little pieces. So I just go ahead and like set them in there. They melt real easy, so that's why I got my whisk in there. Meanwhile they melt out, I just mix them out. And I'm not gonna put all of them at once. I'm just gonna put some. Once those melt and I whisk them out, then I'll add the rest to it. So I'm just gonna set the rest to the side. So, and guys, you can see the pasta is going right now, it's boiling, and the cheese. So they do melt out real quick, so I just keep whisking. I don't wanna make a mess on my stove. I can see some splashing. So I just whisk. As they melt, I whisk. So now I'll turn my stove up to 5 to where they'll start melting, and I'll just whisk as it melts. So in the meantime, I'm just over here checking my pastas. Okay. So guys, you can see they're already melting out. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of the cheese in there. Okay guys, as you can see, let me see. I'm checking the sides to see if all the cheese has been melted out. Yep, I don't see any coming up. So everything over there is all melted out. So guys, this is all mixed up right now. So this is actually all the cheese and the milk waiting to go on the pasta. So that's what it is right now. So I'll show you guys the pasta in a minute. Okay, so I already transferred the pasta into this container right here. I'm gonna go ahead and just pour the mixture that I did over it. I'm just doing that because I'm taking the whisk out. Setting that to the side. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour this all over. And I'm gonna mix it up, guys. I'm gonna set the camera down because I gotta get the rest out of here. Just a little bit. I already turned my oven on to a 350 right now to preheat. So, and I already put all the mixture, the cheese in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mix this up just a little bit. I just want to make sure that everything get a little bit of cheese on it. A little bit of cheese on it. A little bit of cheesy cheese on it. All right, so we got cheese mixture spread pretty much through every part of this pasta. Now I'm gonna get my shredded cheese and put it on the top, and then we'll put it in the oven, guys. I like it. It even looks good, and I haven't even touched the oven yet. Okay guys, so I got my cheese. I have my Kraft mild cheddar over here and the Kraft mozzarella, and I'm gonna put both of them on this pasta and then stick it in the oven. My oven is already preheated at 350. So let's get these on, guys, on the pasta. On the pasta. On the pasta, guys. On the pasta. Yes, mixing up both colors. So let's get this thing all cheesied up. Cheesy, cheesy. Cheesy, cheesy. I'm gonna go ahead and stick this in the oven, and we'll see what it looks like once it's finished. Okay guys, so Mac and cheese is in the oven. This is my turkey wing. We're gonna get started on our jollof rice. So this is my turkey wing right here, already cut up and washed. I have onion, garlic, and ginger on this. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the meat. Guys, you gotta get all this good stuff up in here. I have dry thyme, which I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, I have dry thyme, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some in here also. I'm also gonna use the chicken bouillon on it. Some garlic salt because I don't have my garlic powder. My garlic powder is finished. I'm gonna use just a little bit of garlic salt. Some onion powder. And some curry powder also. Okay guys, so this is what the turkey wing looks like. I already mixed up everything in there. So now I'm gonna go ahead. This is what the turkey wing looks like. I already mixed up everything. I'm gonna go ahead, turn on my stove, get it put in my wok. That's my wok over there. My pot. Yes. And then cover it up. Well, put it in there, put a little bit of water on it, cover it up, let it cook for probably about 15-20 minutes. And then once it's finished, I'll show you guys what I'm gonna do with it next. This pot I'm gonna use for something else, and I'll show you guys what I'm doing with that next, okay? I did went ahead and put the meat in my wok, and I also went ahead and put all the seasoning in there. Nothing is left back in my container. And I put some water in here, pour that in on top of that. Yep. I'm gonna cover that up and let it cook for about 15-20 minutes. So we went ahead and took the mac and cheese out of the oven. So this is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside and check on the meat. Okay guys, so this right here is all the vegetables that I'll be using to make that sauce. For us to get like that. It's not really that bright color for the rice. It's gonna help with the color and the taste. It's gonna give it that flavor. So we're gonna add something else to it. So we have the bell pepper, we have tomato, we have onion, garlic. So we're gonna go ahead and set this in the oven, let it roast for a little bit, and then I'm gonna take it out and let you guys see how it looks. Then we're gonna blend it up, put it in this pot right here, let it cook until it's like simmer down. No, not a whole bunch of liquid to it anymore. And then I'm just gonna turn it off, pour it out, set it to the side, and I'm gonna use it when I'm ready for the rice. So I just turned off the turkey wing. This is cooked. I'm gonna go ahead, take them out, put them back into this container, and then the broth from this, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna strain it out because I'm gonna use it. Yes, I am going to use it. So let's go ahead. Take all this meat out. I know it's still boiling a little bit, but I actually turned it off just because it's still sitting on the heat. But it is turned off. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and strain this out, so I'm off to set my camera down for a bit. Guys, this is the turkey wing, already cooked. This is the broth from the turkey wing. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this because I'm gonna use it. I just strained it out. The vegetables from this, the seasoning that we put on the turkey, I strained it off, and that goes to the trash. So I'm only keeping the broth because I'm gonna use it. And I'm gonna fry this because I have to fry this. Or you can bake it or air fryer, put it in there if you have one. But I'm gonna go ahead and fry it. Okay guys, so I didn't even show you guys, but this is the first set that I just put in here with the meat. Trying to get them to like a golden color, and I'll take them out and set them aside, cover them up until I'm ready to use them again for the rice. And this is actually the vegetables right here. I just took them out the oven, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend these up. Okay, so stay tuned. Don't forget to tell you guys that I did have like a hot pepper on here. I just used one because it's really hot. It's in the blender. I didn't went ahead and add a couple pieces of ginger with it, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend it up right now so you can see what it looks like after. Guys, so this is our first set of turkey wings, and the rest is there frying right now. So once that's finished, I'll go ahead and put it with this one, cover it up, and set them aside. Okay guys, so this is the last of the wings and it's finished. So I'm gonna go ahead, take it out, put it in this container with the rest, and then cover it up, let it sit for a little bit until I'm ready to use them in the rice. So stay tuned, guys. This is everything that was in the oven: the bell pepper, the hot pepper, the onion, the garlic, tomato, all been blended up. I didn't add any water to it. What I did was I just put the tomatoes in first, because you know the tomatoes produce a lot of water. So I put the tomatoes in first and then add everything else and then blend it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in this pot right here. I gotta tell you guys, yeah, I have the heat under this pot right here. It's on a pretty low heat right now. I'm gonna turn it up, but let me go ahead and scoop everything out of this blender. Everything that's been blended up, guys. I just put it in this pot. I'm gonna let it boil or cook down. I'm gonna let it cook down. I need to go down more. I want it to be less than what's in here, so let it cook all the way down. And then we'll come back and check. So this is what this is looking like right now. I'm gonna go ahead. I just turned off the stove. I'm gonna scoop it out in a bowl. I'm gonna wash out this pot because I'm gonna use it again. I'm not trying to make like a whole bunch of mess. Wash this out, and I'm gonna use it again. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do after. Okay guys, so I have some onion chopped up here with some garlic, and I'm gonna use the oil from the turkey wing that I fried, and I'm gonna fry this up, and this is what I'm gonna use for the rice. I also have tomato paste, and I'm gonna use this. Might not use all of it, maybe half of it, but I'm gonna check and see. Give me a minute, guys. So the onion and the garlic is frying up. I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the tomato paste in there and see how much I need. Also, I'm the same seasoning that I use, the powder seasoning that I use on the turkey wing when I was doing it. I'm gonna go ahead and use the same seasoning in this. All of these. Not sure about the garlic salt because we'll see. We'll see. In this one that we just did, I just took it out of the pot. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add that back in there also. So let's go ahead and move these to the side. Okay. And I have my rice. I already washed the rice. I'm gonna add it in after. So let's go ahead. These are frying up just a little bit. I'm I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the tomato paste in there. So guys, I have to put this camera down for a bit. This is a 12-ounce can tomato paste, and I did went ahead and add the whole thing. I weren't sure if I was gonna put the whole thing in there, but I did went ahead and put the whole thing in. So now, the other sauce that I have that I mixed up in the blender and cooked down, I'm gonna go ahead and add it to this. Okay, so this is what it's like with the other mixture in it. I just went ahead and mixed it around. I'm gonna go ahead and put my powder seasoning in there and show you guys how it looks. Okay guys, so I have the, as I said, the curry powder, the onion powder, chicken bouillon, garlic salt. I did like a half a teaspoon of the garlic salt in there, the dry thyme, and I have some bay leaves in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up. So once I'm finished mixing this up, I'm gonna go ahead and add the rice to it. And as I showed you guys earlier, I already have the rice all washed out. The rice is clean, washed, and waiting to be added to all this mixture. Yep. I don't know why I'm using this spoon and not my wooden spoon. Guys, if you hear noise in the background, that's if you hear any noise in the background, that's Alexa and Will going around. So that's what it is, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and add the rice. Rice is in there, guys, and I'm using jasmine rice. So I'm gonna go ahead, mix this up. So I'm doing this, and then the broth from the turkey that I saved earlier, I'm gonna go ahead and add that in there, and then I'll see how much water I need to put in there. If I need to put more water in there after I pour that broth, I'm probably gonna have to put more water in there. There's not a lot of broth. So this is what it is with the rice. This is the rice. I then went ahead and add the broth to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some water in there. It's the same bowl that the broth was in. I just put some water in there. I'm gonna go ahead, mix this up. Guys, we'll see you guys in a bit. I'm gonna go ahead, cover this up for like 15-20 minutes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to add a little more water to it. Just a little more. But once I add a little more water to it, I'm gonna cover it up and let it cook for probably about 15-20 minutes, and then I'll show you guys how it looks, and I'll show you guys what I do with the meat. Okay, so I'll see you guys then. So I have cabbage here already cut up, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this going on the stove so it can start steam, and then I'll do the plantain after. Okay guys, so cabbage is done. I already turned that off. I'm gonna go ahead and check. So this is the rice. Okay. Rice. So guys, this rice is actually finished cooking. So guys, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna get the meat right now, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. Okay guys, so as I said, the rice is finished. I have to put my gloves on because I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use my hand, and I got the meat. So what I do, I go ahead and get the turkey wings, whatever pieces I fried up, and I just make holes in my rice and just hide them in there and just let them finish like steaming down with the rice. I'll give it maybe like the next 3 minutes or so. Once I'm done doing all this, I'll just let them sit for 3 minutes. And after that, you guys are good to eat your food. But I'm not gonna eat right away because I'm gonna go ahead and do my plantains. So I just stick them down in there, and I just use the rice to cover them up. And I have a lot of small pieces because when I went to the store and I got the meat, I asked them to cut them small, and they cut them in big chunks. Oh, so there's a lot of bones. So I just went ahead and cut off the meat off the bones. So I have more meat, less bones. So guys, this is pretty much how they make their jollof rice. And once you do all of this right here, you're pretty much finished. So you let it sit for like a minute or 2, 3 minutes, just to steam the meat down, warm the meat back up. That's all you need. And then you can go ahead and enjoy your meal. So I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and make my plantains. So guys, I had to jump back in the video. This is my plantain. I started frying the plantains. Some of my plantains, I have a couple more out here to fry out, and I have some over there. So I'm almost finished. This is all that's left to fry once I take those out right here. That's it, and then I'll be through. So that's it, guys. All this meal that I'll be doing today, that's it. We are through for the day. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Share, leave a comment,
And
subscribe if you're brand new. We